Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. A little bit tired today, but I'm good. Let me just check here. Hi, Shannon.
Hello.
Hello. We have only a few people. I don't know how this time, I know that Janet at some point mentioned that maybe earlier during the summer works for her. So I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
sure if this time still works for most people, but
They can watch it on replay if they want to. We can meet and talk and see.
yes. All right, we can see. So tonight we are finally talking about
Cut
cod files,
files.
and I can see Erica is back. So give me just a moment so we can add Erica, because she is definitely the queen of cod files. So just a moment. Hi, Gabby. Hi, Tache. There you are. Here we are.
Hello.
Hello. All right. Guys, before we have Erica just letting us know who she is, what she does, and all of the things, let me just show you. We are going to work with this COD file, and this COD file is available to download for free on Erica's website for 24 hours. So if you guys want to download it, want to work with it, please go now. There you go. Danielle, did you cut that yourself?
I did. I will. So here's the funny thing. When I was working with the Cameo, Erica was one of the people that was totally helping me out. So even when I was like, it's not going through, what am I doing wrong? Or in different things. So it was kind of funny because she was one of the people that always answered back to my crazy needs. Because at first I didn't have the thing all the way down. And I was like, Erica, it's not cutting through. She's like, yeah, I don't think you have it all the way down.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Jenna. All right. So, guys, we have Erica Thompson with us. She is, as I said, the queen of COD files. Like you, Erica, you're one of those that it doesn't matter where we see or I see a project of yours, you see it, and I know this has to be Erica's project. So that's one of the things that I love the most about your style and the way you work. So if you can, pretty sure everybody knows you, but if you can tell us a little bit about yourself, and guys, we're gonna start working on this a little bit as Erica talks, and we'll keep chatting, and I'll be showing comments as usual. Make sure to download the COD file and join us. So that's it for now.
Okay, so I'm Erica, or Erica Rose Create on social media. I've been scrapbooking for I don't even know how long, forever. My mom gave me a scrapbook like in middle school, and it was this big one. I still have it too. And it has like paper pages in it, manila paper pages. So that's where it all started. And I was always crafting and stuff like that with my aunt as well. And my mom scrapbooked and did like Stampin' Up stuff, like parties she used to go to. And I remember her like being like, hey, can you drop me off at this craft party? And I'm like, okay, that's weird. So you and your friends just get around and like you guys craft together? Like I didn't get it, but whatever. I get it now. And so that's kind of where it all started. And then I had kids, and I used to buy like the pre-made albums from Michael's, which I still have those as well, where everything is already done for you and you just, put your pictures in and you're journaling. And then I found YouTube and crafters on YouTube and discovered like a whole new world of scrapbooking besides just Michael's. And so that kind of turned into just going in and seeing different designers and companies and finding this silhouette and or like die cutting machines. I had applied for some, or not applied, but I did like challenges. They used to have tons of challenges that you could do way back when, and I used to submit to every challenge I could find. And way back when I was asked to like guest design for a company called Memory Works, which was like a scrapbooking, like a direct sales company. So they had a catalog they would put out and you could purchase from them. And it was the owners of Simple Stories. That was their company. And they had the Simple Stories product in that direct catalog that you could purchase. And then once their Simple Stories like really took off, then they closed down Memory Works. But I was a guest designer for them for like three different months.
Nice.
So that was like a big deal for me. And then I was one of their consultants as well. So I used to sell Memory Works. I didn't really sell it. I just bought it mostly for myself. So then once they closed, I met a lady named Gia, who was part of Memory Works, and then Lacey, who was also part of Memory Works. And we wanted to continue, scrapbooking and connecting and things like that. So we would, one month, one of us would purchase like a big collection and create 3 kits out of it. And we would each get one. So like if it was my month, I would buy it all and then ship them parts of it. So then we would create out of that.
Nice.
And then we got the idea of why don't we make it even bigger and do a kit club? So we opened up Click Kits. And I remember the day we released like our first kit and like, here we are, this is us, we're Click Kits. And there was another with us as well, Jody Spiegelhoff. She's Spiegel Mom Scraps. She was part of Memory Works too, I believe. The day we launched, Gia was actually at the CHA show purchasing product for like future upcoming kits. So I was with Click Kits for a very long time. I stepped down to kind of do my own thing, and here I am now.
Here I am.
What other can I ask a question, or do you want to go to that?
One moment. Yes. Ty, let me see if I can share. It's on Erica's website. So let me start by, so this is her website, but let me see if I can share. So share screen. Got it. Can you guys see that?
I can.
Okay, so this is how it looks. This is Erica's website, and you have the option to download the digital cut file or pre-cut. And then this is everything else that's available. You guys can look at it. But yeah, how do I close this? Let me close.
The digital is free for 24 hours.
The digital is free for 24 hours. Yes.
So the cut file is one of my monthly Patreon cut files that Lacey designed this one. So you can only get it in the Patreon if you're part of my Patreon. So if you want it, download it now because it won't be able to get anywhere else unless you're a patron.
Yeah. And besides your, we all know about, your Patreon, which is awesome. I just finally realized what Patreon was a couple months ago. What design teams are you on?
Quite a few.
I know, that's why I asked.
And Erica keeps saying, I need to leave some teams. And then she's still in like 20.
So Bella Boulevard and Doodlebug. And both of those I like screamed at the top of my lungs like when I was contacted. And it's one thing when you apply for a design team and you get accepted, but when somebody reaches out to you, like, the owners of the company are like, hey, we love your work. That's like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like,
yes.
Yeah. It's crazy. Scrap and Happy Studio, the Cut Shop, which I was on the Cut Shop design team years ago, like when I first started working with cut files and like, messing around with them and stuff. I applied to the Cut Shop and she accepted me and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I was like so excited. It was like one of my big design teams like that I had ever been on, like the biggest one that I had ever been on. And it was a big deal for me. So I am on hers. I'm trying to think. LDRS Creative.
Oh yeah.
I'm a project creator for Echo Park.
I love Echo Park.
Yes. And I know I'm forgetting.
Yeah, because it's so many.
I know.
Oh my God. I know I'm forgetting.
Well, as you
That's
remember.
only like
I know.
4.
If you remember. I
Well,
remember when
you're back in with Hip Kid Club. Did you say
Hip
that
Kid
already?
Club. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hip Kids. I'm like looking at my room, like, where's my stuff?
I was gonna say,
yeah.
and I think Shannon remembers too, that time that we were all at, was it garden party weekend when you said how many design teams you were on? I almost like fainted just hearing how many different teams you were on.
Oh, Pretty Little Studio, but Pretty Little Studio is very flexible. So you're on, once you get on the team, you're like on the team forever, and you can decide, like, do you want to do this term, how many posts you want to do, and like the next term, if you don't want to do next term, you don't have to do it, but you can back, which is really nice. So I am Pretty Little Studio, but I am not on this term right now, but I'm still part of the team, just not active.
Okay.
Oh, aren't you on Fancy Pants too?
Oh, Fancy Pants. Yes, Fancy Pants.
There you go.
What other teams are out there?
I'm thinking of what I've seen recently.
I think that's all.
I'm trying to like.
And you know what? And I feel bad because I can't always remember it, but like I can't even remember all my kids' birthdays either. So my kids are like, Mom, really?
I mean, it happens.
So
I think that is all.
Okay.
Well,
too funny.
I kind of feel that this is like a full circle in November when we were talking about COD files, and I was like, Erica, you need to convince Danielle. She needs to, do it. I know that now you are not making as much money with Danielle buying your pre-COD COD files,
Right.
but
She bought a ton.
You had a sale.
Yeah.
As someone has a sale, I'm like, oh, I gotta buy at least one or two. And I still have, I'm still gonna use them because they're so pretty. And I bought ones that I thought would be easier for me to back. So
yeah.
But how do you feel about it, Danielle, now?
Well, it's interesting because I tried to use the Cameo that was given to me. And I will be honest, I turned on remember I was talking to you guys, I turned on my Apple computer and I think it was in my bedroom or something. And for a long time and I had never turned it on. And when I turned it on, the screen was like all messed up. So I was trying to use the Apple computer with it and it just wasn't working. So I was like, I'm just going to I was talking to Erica. I'm like, maybe I'll go get the Cameo 4 if I can use Bluetooth with it. Because Bluetooth then I can use my phone or my iPad. And honestly, that's been amazing for me.
Okay. And the app works well?
Yeah. I just use the Silhouette Go app. And it's really easy, even from Cup files, like Paige's weekly ones that she sends out, or the one like when you sent this to us, it was really easy to just put it in there and be able to print it pretty easily. The only thing I'm having a hard time with, and I don't even know if it's possible, is sometimes the images aren't grouped all the way, and that could be a little bit of a hard time. But But I currently don't have I only have a work laptop, so I can't really download Silhouette Studio on that.
Please don't.
There's no way I can like rationalize it for my job. Do you know how to go in and group everything? Are you saying like when you upload the file, it's all separate?
Some of them are not, like when I'm trying to make it bigger or smaller, depending on how I want to use it in the app. That is like the one biggest problem I'm having is, say it's some kind of cut file and I know I'm only going to want to make it like 3/4 of the page. I've tried to size it, which is really easy. But then when I go to size it, it's almost like everything, isn't all together.
Okay, so just select the whole file. And then I'm trying to think on the app, like if you can right click and then just group it or like make it a compound path, and then it all should stay together.
And it has that option. It has like a little group button. I just have to figure the right way to do it. And it might be easier to do from my iPad. I should probably try it from there because I'll have more like real estate to play around with.
Yeah. So just select it all as one before you resize it, and then group it. Sometimes you have to group it and make it a compound path, and then you can resize it.
Yeah, but I'm loving the app, and I've figured out how to move it from Dropbox into there, and
that's nice.
And I've been doing what my friend Rosie told me. She like batches them, so she always like prints multiple at a time, and so she was like, make sure you have a lot of mats. So I started off with 2 mats, and now I have like 5. Because we don't go, we always go big over here if it's happening.
Yeah, you tend to do that.
So,
but it's good. I'm glad that you're doing it now.
Yes.
And I'm also glad that you're sharing your process.
Oh, my trials and tribulations.
Yeah, no, because I mean, we've seen your craft room, we've seen what you make, and not all the time you would think that you're doing this or that you're doing something for the first time. So it is nice that you're sharing that with everyone, because
I'm trying to.
There are others out there like you that had a silhouette sitting in their craft space for a long time.
Oh, I've gotten a couple messages from people that have said to me, okay, now I have to crack mine out if you actually cracked yours out.
Yeah. Exactly. So, and it might not be always, rainbows and flowers and everything, but it's nice to see that, hey, you were afraid of it for the longest time. Now you're doing it and you're sharing with all of us. So
I will say that it took like 3 or 4 times for me before it actually cut correctly. Like my first cut did not come out perfect because I didn't have the blade in all the way, and then there was a few things so it wasn't like I tried and my first cut was like perfect, but I mean, I'm pretty proud of having this workout because this is pretty intricate.
Yes.
I was afraid about cutting this one or having mine cut it good, so no, it's pretty good.
So beautiful, I think. And that one picture that you shared with us where you used it, Erica, I really like how you filled it in, because at first I would look at this and I'd be like, do I have to fill in everything? And you totally don't.
No, you don't. And I didn't.
You can spend as much time as you want.
Lacey put the color in there, and I love when she does that because it shows people, like, it just looks, I think, cute. When it's
and it basically reminded me, Danielle, you don't have to fill in every square for it, because I was like, this is pretty intricate. What can I do? And then let me grab this.
Sorry. Okay.
No, I was trying to share the link that you had on Facebook, Andrea, but I couldn't share it.
What link?
I just copied and pasted it. The post that you did. Where it's just from your Facebook.
Oh, to join the stream?
Oh. Yeah, because that it's generated by StreamYard when I schedule the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That must be why I couldn't share. I just copied it and pasted it.
So what collections are you using with this? Because I think I'm going to use Flower Child by Jen Hatfield.
Right now I'm just using the petite prints from Doodlebug to back.
Okay.
And then I'll probably just pull in from different collections that match. Probably more the Over the Rainbow collection, I think.
Okay. And what are you using there?
I am using Blooming Wild by Paige Evans.
That'll be pretty.
I know, that's so bright and beautiful.
I hope so.
Well, Andrea had a really good point because I was looking for certain collections, and sometimes when backing it, I have noticed too in the last few weeks that sometimes like the thinner papers are really nice, or these like single-sided smaller papers to get more color in. So I had some ideas, but then I also didn't want to use my double-sided really good paper because I'm a hoarder and I got problems. And we all know it. So
we thought this was the year that you were gonna get better at that.
Well, that's my goal. Like I said, it's my goal. And then Shamel just came out with a collection, so I'm having a hard time with that. And then the new crepe paper collection that came out has fairies in it, and it reminds me of my daughter.
Oh yeah, so you have to buy that.
I know, it's really hard. I'm trying not to have FOMO, but it's just how I am. But like I was saying, I have some collections I haven't even touched yet. I think I'm all done, you guys. Well, not all done. Like I'm just all done taking out the.
Oh.
Let's be honest. And I are both like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I backed this already. You guys watch out.
Guys, Danielle was just cleaning the cut file. I was like, what the heck? She's just talking. How can she be done?
I'm just poking it. So one of my favorite back in the day, I used to love to watch, and I'll talk about these people all the time, Missy Whidden and how she used cut files. Sometimes she would just like mix media them.
Mm-hmm.
That's also something I'm looking at. I haven't done that yet. It yet.
I miss her videos. She was so good.
Yeah. I still watch some of her old ones over and over again because I feel like I always learned so much from her videos. So, and one of my favorite things,
teaching style is just amazing.
And she used to say, "We're going on a journey with this layout." So
I guess I was gonna ask. So the three of us, we have silhouettes, right? Do you have a Cricut?
I do.
Mm-hmm. You do? Okay. So differences. Which one you like the most? Why do you like one or the other for what? Because I only have silhouettes, so I cannot speak for.
Okay, so right now my Cricut is I don't like it because it stopped cutting for me. And I know I probably need to update or something, but before that, I loved it because it cut intricate things really nice and smooth. Okay. It is quieter than the Silhouette.
Okay.
And what was my other big thing? Quieter, just smoother. It's just faster. That's what it is. Faster. It can cut faster, I think.
Okay.
Without tearing or like. Sometimes if you cut a Silhouette file, well, for me anyway, if it's cut too fast, it'll just tear and rip and like fringe it and just not good. But with the Cricut, it just cuts it like butter.
Yeah, I've heard
really good. So much quieter.
Oh, okay. It does sound like there's some crazy stuff going on in the craft room, but I put it in to cut and then I like close the door and go do stuff.
Oh, I actually like the noise it makes. Like I like to be in the room as my machine is cutting the paper.
It's like white noise for you?
I don't know if it's white noise, but it's just it makes me happy because I know that I'm gonna work with it or I'm gonna craft, I guess. So I don't know.
It's loud.
Yeah, it's a little loud. But I mean, I've gotten used to it.
Okay. Few comments here. Yes. So if you're using if you're cutting an intricate cut file on a new mat, that's good.
So but you had a good. I was gonna say, Erica, you're the one I think that told me to get the low tack mat.
Yes, I always get a low tack mat. If I can get a low tack mat, I get the low tacks. If I cannot, then as soon as I get a new cut, like a new mat that is like a regular stick, I will take cardstock and just place it on the mat and rip it off. Put it on the mat and rip it off over and over again. Sometimes I'll do 2 pieces of cardstock. It's just cardstock that you know you're not going to use, or you're going to use as a scrap or whatever. Or if you take like a light, like a microfiber towel and place that over your thing and then lift that up a couple times, that'll help make it not so sticky.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I was actually able to find a low tack mat on Amazon. They didn't have it at Michael's, and now I feel like Hobby Lobby only carries a few things these days. So it was nice to get it from Amazon.
And if I can't find a silhouette low tack, then I just get a Cricut low tack mat and use that.
Okay, good to know. Well, somebody got a silhouette today.
Did they really?
That's so nice.
Yes.
Well, once you get it home and plug it in, if you have any issues, let us know.
I know.
Yes. Okay, let me see.
Lindsay from Lindsay's Layouts, she doesn't buy new mats. She has this glue that she just puts, like once it loses its stick, she takes this glue, I'll have to ask her what it is, I can't remember, and puts it all over the mat and lets it air dry, and it brings this, like it makes it sticky again.
Yeah,
And
but you first have to peel off everything that's on your mat. So I guess that's the part that I'm always like, do I really have time for this? You have to peel it off. Then
you mean like
add
this? This is from a cut file, and I'm too lazy to peel it off. It's the rest of it.
Well, Danielle, just one thing. You do not need a new mat every time you cut.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, I know. And you know
It
what?
lasts
Someone
you a
told
while.
me, another tip they told me to make your mats last longer, or especially if you have like a low tack, is to put a brayer over it. Like brayer it, and that'll help kind of keep it in place as well.
Okay, I also use washi. I think that's what I use my washi tape for, to hold the paper if I know that it's not too sticky anymore. Yeah. I use washi tape. That's all my washi tape is for.
I do the same thing.
All right, this is probably a very much cut file 101 question, but do you guys save the pieces and then like trace with them, or do you like, what is your way of backing? Or I've seen people actually like put it on here, glue it, and then cut around.
That's what I'm doing right now. I don't always do that, but that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, because like I've tried them both. And it's really easy when you're doing the same shape over and over again to like keep cutting, keep cutting, keep cutting.
I feel like I have, like right now, I don't really want to think or have to pay attention too much to what I'm doing. I just want to keep doing it. So yeah, I'm gluing it first and then I'm cutting around
okay. I do that sometimes too, but I once had somebody look at me like I was strange when I was doing that. So I just wanted to make sure that that's common practice.
I mean, you do you, girl.
I
For
mean,
me, it just depends.
Know.
Yeah.
I do both. I will trace the file. Sometimes I'll glue it down. Like I just did a floral one for Hip Kit, and for that one I like glued it down and then cut around.
Yeah.
So it just depends. And sometimes I'll use my silhouette to cut all the pieces out.
And I've watched that over and over again, how people do that, and someday I'll have to figure it out.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I think I might have done it a couple times, but I don't know. I don't think that it saves me that much time, so I don't know.
So, Erica,
with Ty is joining the fun.
Woo-hoo! With your design teams, do you use cut files most of the time, or like what would you say since you're on so many design teams, what brings you the most inspiration? And
if I can use a cut file with my design team, then I will. Sometimes I have an assignment where I can't use a cut file and I get very angry, and then I just find something else to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I don't. If I can use a cut file, I'm going to use the cut file.
Okay.
Sometimes I do like to show that I can do other layouts besides a layout with a cut file.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do something else. But if you notice, I said this with somebody else that I was talking with, like I do the same most of the time, designs like over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either a grid, a vertical, a horizontal, or something large in the center.
Yeah. I love, honestly, one of my favorite things is how you like set up your pictures for Instagram. It is like gorgeous. Like you can always tell it's an Erica picture without even like having to see your name. Your styling and your layouts are just always so bright and beautiful. Like, ugh.
And I showed you how to do that.
I know. Don't tell everyone. Erica's like my little fairy godmother. She sends me tips and tricks. And then I try with a color story. I know I need to do more flat lays. What I've just been doing lately is holding it up and then taking Canva and erasing the background.
Okay. Yeah.
I use a color story for the longest time, and then I was between. I did some of the stuff with a color story and then Lightroom, and now I only do Lightroom.
Yeah. Well, I like what she showed me in a color story, which I find very helpful, is you're really able to target the areas that you want to lighten.
Yeah.
And so that's, I can't figure that out with Lightroom.
And I think that's why I stopped using a color story, because I figured that out first in Lightroom.
Oh, okay.
And never in a color story. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do what I think now I know how to do. And
yeah. Did you just use the Lightroom app, Andrea?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, and Erica sent me a video showing how she did it. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that helps. I mean, I didn't know really how to use Lightroom. And then I remember, I think it was in the Simple Stories design team from last year, Emil shared a video of how she edited her photos on her phone using Lightroom and all of those things. And that's what I followed. And that's what I do until today.
I use Lightroom for, not on my phone, but on my computer for like my photography business. When I edit, that's all I use.
Yeah. And I want to learn to use it on the computer, but I don't have time. Like I always edit on the go. Like I don't have time to sit down. When I sit down, it's because I'm creating something.
I know. I edit my photos while I'm watching TV or watching something like a Disney movie for the 30th time with my daughter. So that's usually
one day I will have a chance to do it on the computer, and now I know who to call. And who's gonna send me videos.
Yeah, I use Lightroom all the time.
Okay.
All the time.
So, what was my other big question that I've had most recently about cut files? Well, I've had a lot.
You need to like write them all down in like a little notebook.
I know. I'm actually, you know what I'm scared of now that I have that blade in there and I've been cutting with I've been cutting with the same blade. I'm actually scared when I get another blade that it's not gonna compare to this blade. Like, can that happen? Do you ever get like that kind of stuff where it's like everything's been going great? I just don't want to. I feel like me and my cameo are like in love right now, and I don't want us to have our first fight.
I would get another blade and keep it, because your blade will eventually dull out. But sometimes it'll not cut right, and it's just because there's little papers like dust. So you have to clean that out. So if you look in the cameo, there's like a little hole where when you're using the auto blade where it clips, right? So dust and stuff gets stuck in that little hole. So you have to like pick it out or blow it out or just get it all out. And then if you take your blade out and push it down, papers get stuck in there too. So you have to get those out.
And do you always use the auto blade, or do you use ratchet blades and stuff too?
It just depends. Whatever I get my hands on, I switch.
Yeah.
So like after this one, I have an auto blade in there right now, and then I have 2 ratchets as backups.
Okay. I guess that's another thing that I'm worried about, is if I use if I don't have an auto blade and I have to use a ratchet one, which I do have one, I'm worried about the settings, like making sure that the settings are okay.
So you'll just use the same, like you'll just put the depth in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
With the auto blade in the app, I don't have to. So with the app in the auto blade, I just put, so this is the fun part about it, is I put that I have an auto blade, I put what kind of paper I'm using or what kind of product I'm cutting through, and it decides for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've never had to say like 3 or whatever. It just does it for me. Like, I'm telling you, that's why the app is so, the Bluetooth and the app are like, hello.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And if it works, it works.
But yeah, I haven't had to decide a depth yet.
Well, then you should stick to the auto blades. So then you don't have to worry about it.
I know. I need to take stock in them. So that, you know, the same with my adhesive. I'm surprised I don't have more already, because ever since COVID and me worrying about things, I have FOMO and I worry that I'm going to not have enough. So I'm kind of surprised I don't have like 5 auto blades already.
Oh my gosh.
I have ordered an auto blade before and it didn't cut. Like it just never cut right. So I just tossed it and just got it.
Yeah. I think I just need to be okay with doing that. Like if something's not working.
I mean, I have not changed my blade in at least a couple of years, and I've moved twice and everything, and the blade has been in there and it's still there. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
With how much you do cut files?
Yeah, I don't do that many these days, but yes. There was a time where 2 or 3 or 4 a week. So, yeah. Michelle, I do pay for it because some of the options to get the photos to look the way I wanted them, I needed to pay for that. So I do pay. But I was also paying for a color story, so I stopped that and I just do Lightroom now. Yeah.
Let's see. This is how far I've gotten with backing, just in case anyone's wondering.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. I just have this.
Well, I'm cutting, so I'm using I'm
doing the suns. I got all my suns done.
Oh.
Nice. Yes.
Wow.
See, that yellow is way brighter than this.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out like a pattern to put what I'm going to put the colors in. Yeah, I should do something where I'm going to do them all the same color, so then I don't have to worry, because I was just thinking about these.
But yeah, that helps, at least for now, while we're just, talking.
Part of me is wondering if I have a circle punch that will fit those holes.
There should be.
You probably do.
I'm always
trying. No, I think this one will be too big, but let me see.
I know, I'm going to try this one. This is like a older like Paper Studio, is it? No, Marvy. I'm not sure. Let's see if this one works. I crack myself up.
Oh, this one is too big. The 3/4 of an inch is too big.
Yeah.
Just so
I'm going to try this one, and I want to use a yellow paper now that I've seen your yellow paper. I'm like, oh, I got to go brighter. I tend to go more muted. But then when I go bright with stuff, I really think it's impactful. So I'm like, why don't I do this more often?
Michelle, if you want, I'm more than happy to show you what I do. I was shown how to do a couple of things. How is that even called in Lightroom? Give me just a moment.
The filters?
Not the filter, the masking.
Oh, the masking.
Oh.
Yes. So the masking is what saves my life. So, and that is an option that you get when you pay for it. And I think it's worth it. But again, I edit many pictures. They're not always the best. I don't have the best lighting here. And I can only work at night. And normally I take my photos at night. because it's the only time I have free. So I'm happy to show you what I do, and then you'll see if it's something that you think it's worth it, because it did change the way my photos look drastically.
Oh yeah, I think this might work. Just saying.
I cannot
If
wait.
you have a punch, it makes it so much easier.
I know. It's,
What
I don't
size
even
is
know
your?
what-
But you're only gonna do the circles on the sun.
Oh, you can kind of see it a little bit.
Then don't do it.
It might work.
Oh yeah, because you have to do the little rays.
Yeah. It might work. We'll see. Yeah, I don't pay for Lightroom, so that's why I've never seen that. And I'm able to do that little bit in the color story one without paying for it. So
Yeah. So just keep, if it's working for you, just keep doing it.
yeah. So
How many design teams are you on, Danielle?
one.
Okay.
But I've got some good stuff coming up. Well, I'm really
Like
on
guest
one.
spot?
What? Yeah, I've got some guest spots coming up. I applied for, well, you know what? It's funny. Every year for like the last whatever years I've applied for American Crafts. Totally forgot to apply. I know I'm never going to make it, but I apply
You
every
don't know
year.
Don't
that.
say that. Don't say that.
But I forgot to apply this year. I'm kind of mad at myself.
There's always
So-
next year.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but I've applied for many and I don't make it. I'm pretty honest about that. Like I made the Mercy Tierra one, which I'm really super excited to be on. She's always been someone that I've followed and I love her design style. I've got a couple guest spots coming up. I don't know if I'm allowed to say them.
No,
Probably not.
don't say.
No, I feel like
Don't
no. For different things that companies have reached out to me, so I'm super excited about that because, like you were
That's
saying,
exciting.
it's definitely exciting for that. And products that I just absolutely love.
Mhm.
But yeah, I will continue to try for all of them that are interesting to me, that I want to be a part of. I mean, there's some brands that like American Crafts. You talk about how you were introduced to scrapbooking. For me, my mom didn't scrapbook. I just found American Crafts through like social media. Prior to that, I just used like papers and stickers and gel pens back in the 90s and early 2000s. So for me, American Crafts was really the first one, and then Simple Stories.
Mhm.
So yeah, so those are like two where I'm like, I have to at least try to apply. Maybe one time I'll get, as my style evolves, maybe I'll become more intriguing. So yeah, so right now Mercy Tierra,
Well, that's exciting.
and then a couple, but I also don't know if I'd be able to, like, you two juggle them so well. I don't know if I could. Like, you guys are both really good at planning, and I think my max would probably be 2, maybe 3, like full-time ones. Right now I'm off for the summer though, so.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Yeah,
I
I'm
remember when we were at the event, at Paige's event, and we were talking. And
I know.
You saying that you wanted to do, some design team stuff.
I do. It's always been a goal of mine. Every year it's a goal to be on a design team. So I just want to make sure it's a design team that really clicks with me.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, that's important.
That's exciting. I'll be watching to see what you're going to do for your guest spots.
Yeah. They're pretty, one of them there's a few I'm really excited about. So, and I just got my new Mercy Tierra kit today, and it's super cute. One of my favorite.
Can we see what's
Not technically.
They haven't. They have no. If they have not been,
Yeah.
You can like
Yeah.
it's kind of hanging out here, and I'm allowed to give you like a little glimpse that it's there. But
Okay.
it's officially releases I think Wednesday.
Okay.
And it's really cute because she uses a lot of different.
Collections?
Yeah, she mixes the collections in such a unique way, and I just love it. Like, so it's been fun.
That's nice.
And it's helping me a little bit with my FOMO for sure. Because she generally
You get a little bit of things that
yeah.
that you want. That's
Yeah, she grabs from a lot of the most recent collections that appeal to me. So I'm like, yes.
That's good.
So well, I'm gonna stop cutting papers for a little bit. I'm trying to come up with like my color scheme, and I'm at a loss.
So I think this is, at least for me, when I have and I don't know how it works for Erica, but when I have one cut file like this that I know that can have a lot of color, if I want to keep moving or at least start, I just start with a shape or an area that I know what color, like the sun. The sun is going to be yellow no matter what, and it's many of them. Let's start with that. Once I have all the yellow, I go with probably the flowers. I will make them all the same color.
Okay.
And then after that, I jump to the other stuff that it's still not clear to me, just because I know myself, and if I don't make decisions like that, I will be stuck for the longest time.
And are you when you're backing the suns, are you backing the triangle parts too, or just the center?
Yes,
oh,
all of it.
So motivated.
You can one thing that you can do is you can do just the circles, and if you have something like pops of colors or Nubo or something, you could. I might actually do that with the flowers. I'm not sure.
I might do some mixed media on this one. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Or enamel dots in the center would be cute.
Oh,
yeah. I thought of that. I just don't know if I have too many of the same color. I'll have to find a pattern. That might take some time, but yes.
Okay. Going back to the suns. I have a little rum in here. It's a good rum. So that's probably why I'm a little It's a Monday.
I love it. Was it last month that you didn't drink?
I went a little while with it. I mean, I'm trying. I really am trying to cut down, but now it's hard because I'm on vacation.
Yeah,
you gotta enjoy her.
Oh my gosh, we have a brewery close to our house, and just a couple of weeks ago we discovered they had the most amazing watermelon.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, so good. So good. Not what I'm having tonight, but
what are you having tonight?
I'm having this.
Okay.
Grapefruit, shandy.
Oh, is it lining Google's?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I know that is probably where
Yes, it's really good. I like all the fruity stuff. So
yeah. Well, I just put a little bit in there, just enough to like.
Oh, Erica, let me try to get the link. Guys, Erica has her online crop this upcoming Saturday. Let me try to get the link for that so I can share it. It's super fun. I think my first one was last year, right? Like maybe March?
I think so.
I don't know. But I love it. And then she has a Zoom room open all day can come and go as you please. You can do whatever you want. It's so fun.
And do you still have spaces open, Erica?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Give me just.
And Andrea's doing a live.
I'm doing a live session, yes, in the morning. I love doing that.
Okay. I know originally I was supposed to go camping this weekend and now I'm not, so I need to.
You need to join us.
I need to join. Okay. You guys will just see me in the background with my dogs.
That's good. Erica has her dogs all day. It's a Shannon. Shannon has her dogs with her.
Always has her dogs with her.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
And that's why I'm not going camping anymore, is because I have a dog with me that she just has major separation anxiety. So I can't do it to her. I was gonna have someone come dog sit her because we've been dog sitting her for like the last few weeks, and we'll have her for like 3 weeks total. She's my in-laws dog. But she's such she's having such a hard time because they've been gone for so long that I'm like, I can't give her to someone that she's never met before.
Oh yeah.
So
okay. So guys, what I'll do, sorry, because it's a long link. So what I'll do is when we're done with this, I'll update the description for the event on my Facebook and the YouTube, and then you can check it out from there.
You guys, 3 sons.
How are you doing them so fast?
Well, the punch makes it a little bit bigger, and then I'm just going through and I'm making it smaller.
Hi, Tracy. I didn't see you come in. Erica, that's a question for you.
Where is it at? I'm sorry.
On the screen.
Are you able to add me?
Yeah, Tracy.
Facebook group. Oh, Tracy. Yes, I will. Yep. I just got most of the designers in. So once I get them all in, then I'll start adding everybody in there that purchased it.
Okay, so although what I was saying is, although this punch isn't perfect, if you use it and then just trim a little bit off, it's working pretty well.
Also, when I don't know what I'm going to do next, I tend to go slower. So, I don't know. I buy time that way.
Yeah.
To try to think what the next step is going to be.
It's funny. So we talk about cup files. Since I've been doing them, it's fun to just, we all know I love to shop. It's been fun to go on to the different sites and see. So I've gotten some from Paige. I've been on her newsletter for years, so I've always saved them in case the chance that I would be in it.
In case you did.
And then I went on to, what is it? Cut to You.
Yes.
Found some on there.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going on all of them. I've been searching the hashtag. Before I would be like, ugh. And now I'm like, yes. It's so funny.
Rosie's Studio has some cute ones.
Oh, they do. I did look at that recently.
I just downloaded a couple of them, and
was there one that's best friends or something recently? I forgot.
Yeah, and there was an ice cream cone. I did an ice cream cone.
Ooh, that would be really cute. My daughter does eat a lot of ice cream. since we know she's who I scrapbook most of the time.
And there's a new shop too, Cut File shop that just opened.
I saw that.
Is that the one that you shared the other day?
Yes, and I was her first order,
something?
And then her Etsy shop got closed down.
Oh,
I bought all of her files, and then something happened where Etsy closed it down because her name didn't match something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I looked at her shop. I saw you shared that. Whenever you share something, I always
must be good.
But she had a lot of titles, so I love titles. So I was like, oh my gosh.
I love titles.
I think that might be my favorite, is the titles. And that's why I really liked those ones from, what's the company that I got those kind of pre-made cutouts from that I've used a lot? The one that says Sweet Girl up here. Let me see.
It's Simply Samantha Scraps. That's what the shop is.
This is the company that I was,
And-
besides buying the pre-made
Bella.
from, I buy the Bella Boulevard ones. And this one says Winter Wonderland, and my daughter's name is Winter, so I bought like 5 of these.
That's cute.
I tend to scrap my dog, not as much as I used to, though, but Danielle always does
Oh, I
And
love
Erica.
scrapping him.
too.
My dog is fairly patient with me, with my photo sessions. So
Yeah, mine too. Like,
Mine doesn't like the camera, so
I always get like headbands and stuff for her and wings and
Mhm.
costumes and
I know. I scrapped
sits there.
a picture of my old dog. She would let me do that. Chase isn't that kind to me usually. I usually have like 5 seconds with him. My last dog, I put like sunglasses on her, hats, outfits. She was such
Aw.
a trooper. It was before I had a kid, so she was probably like, poor lady.
I just messed up my file.
why?
Oh
I was
no.
trying to go in rainbow order, and when I stuck it down, I put it in the wrong order.
Uh-oh.
Like I had already started. Yeah. So I have to cut it out. Cut the pattern papers out.
Oh no. That seems like at least cut file, like, I'm only at cut file 101 right now. So when I get to 201 or like 301, maybe then. But look at, see? Boom. I don't think I'm gonna cut these out. I think I'm gonna come up with another way.
What?
One of my dogs is trying to break in the door right now. I think it's my sweet girl that's really having a hard time. She can hear my voice.
Shoot.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that.
Well, I am going to plan on finishing this in the next few days and sharing it.
I
know I'm not going to get done with it
same.
tonight.
I
But
mean,
I am feeling like I feel a little better about how to go with it.
I'm excited to see you have it all backed.
yeah.
Because that's an intricate one.
It is. It's very intricate.
Yeah, when we all agreed to use this one, I was like, ooh, did we make the right choice? Is this a good
That's the thing.
idea?
I'm not gonna back the whole thing. I'm just gonna back certain parts. And honestly, if I can figure out where I'm gonna put my picture or what I'm gonna do, that could be a whole nother area that I don't have to back to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
if you
don't-
lay that all out, then you can leave that open.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna start. I have a couple ideas for pictures for this. So I'm just gonna start doing the left side more. And then yeah.
And for me, I normally put my photos off to the right.
Uh-huh.
Right. So usually
Yeah.
if I have a large file, I'll leave that open.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do the left side more because I think most of my pictures that I have, I could picture being on the right as well. So, yeah.
I'm trying to see what I do.
Now that I messed up this side, this will probably be the side I'll use to put my photos on.
Huh.
So funny because my daughter is in gymnastics twice a week for an hour and a half. And I always say I'm going to bring something to do there. I listen to audiobooks while I watch her. I just can't imagine backing a cut file while she's doing gymnastics.
That's a hard one because, I mean, you need the papers, you need the
I
glue.
know.
Yeah.
It's just never going to happen. I edit photos or I'll edit.
Yeah, editing or adding stitching, that might be.
Yeah. But I just
Okay,
can't even imagine.
one. This is my last one. Shoot.
So, well, I'm going to sign up for your crop because I had thought I was going to be out of town and now I'm not. So you guys, it'll be the perfect companion for me this weekend because it's just going to be me and some dogs.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's super fun.
So Elizabeth is asking the best editing software.
for photos.
Pictures are so dark and need to be edited.
Yeah, again, I use Lightroom.
And I use Lightroom, and I just use the basic Lightroom to lighten my photos. I just up the exposure, up the white, and up the highlights a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit, and it makes the biggest difference, especially because I feel like it brings more attention to the photos on my layouts.
Yeah, I do the exact same thing, and then I do like the masking, and that's what I use for like the actual background.
Okay.
And I think it helps. But yeah, I used to use Elizabeth. I used a Color Story before, and then both of them, and then I just do Lightroom now, and I do it on my phone.
And sometimes you can just use the editing in your phone. Like if you have an iPhone, sometimes you can hit like an auto button and it'll brighten it up that way too.
I know, but some of these photo ones, like the free version, is totally enough to lighten up your photo.
Yeah.
Like it's just the exposure, and I find for me, because I've tried upping the exposure in some other apps, besides a Color Story.
Yeah, and it's not the same.
It's not as easy.
No, correct.
But I just do those 3 things. Sometimes I'll play around with a few other things. But if you can just do those 3 things, if you feel like your photos are really dark, that'll make a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You could do a whole video on photo editing.
I know. And I'm trying to think where I learned most of that stuff. I think is off of some of those.
That could be, Erica, you should do that. One of your crops. You should have one of the challenges or sessions to be just,
Like
a tutorial
basic photo
on how to
edit.
edit.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
That's a good idea.
Well, I'm excited. As soon as we get off here, I'm gonna sign up for your crop.
Okay. Son's all done. That's as much as I did in an hour.
Well, yeah, here's me. I've also got a bunch of these cut out. I just have to figure out the order that I want to put them in, because I want to play around with that order a little bit. So I might pick out my picture. But yeah, I should have this done today or tomorrow.
Okay, Erica, see,
I'm
you have
holding
to do
you
it.
to that. You want to see what I got? Okay. I got my sons, and then
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Some of
You're so
the-
fast.
Yeah. Yours looks amazing.
I love that. I mean, yeah, Doodlebug is also so bright that it's just perfect for this. Love it.
So.
And with this kind of cut file, it's not going to need like a whole lot of embellishments.
Right. That's another thing I struggle with, is I feel like when I use a cut file, either I use too much embellishments or I don't use enough.
So I can't wait to see how everyone's turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait, I caught 2 rays here. Wait a second. I cannot leave. Okay, so we're almost ready to go. I hope everybody, thank you so much for joining us. If you want to craft all day Saturday, I will update. I'll add the link to Erica's crop on the description for this video. Super fun.
Challenges like every hour. Andrea's gonna start with the live. Are you doing a mini album?
I think a layout.
A layout? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got Jana Eubank, Jenny from Scrap and Happy Studio, Shannon. There's a lot. There's like 15 or 20.
That is amazing.
It's super fun. And then you get to chat with everyone. You get to make friends, and it's super fun. So we'll add that. Wait. Name. Who is that? I need to see a name. Yeah, I can, and I had my Facebook going on because I can see the names there, but I don't have it anymore. Yeah, we all love Erica. Oh, Inessa, hi. Does Inessa have a challenge as well on Saturday or not?
I don't think so.
Inessa, are you going to? Well, I hope to see you
I
there.
don't know if you had a dance or something.
Probably.
I can't remember. Oh, somebody, thank you.
That was Inessa.
Oh, was that Inessa? Okay.
Yes.
When I straighten my hair, it's gonna be straight for like a week because it takes me so long.
But it looks really good. It looks really, really good. Okay. Well, we'll see you around next month. We don't have a guest yet.
I know.
But next month, I think is the 13th. I believe that's the second Monday in August 13th. Yeah, we need to figure that out. We need to do something fun. And yeah,
We'll have to decide. Maybe we'll do just you and I, and we'll do something kind of challenge, or maybe we'll do a guest. We'll have to figure it out.
What about inviting Mercy Tierra since you're on her design team?
Oh, that is a good point. Maybe I should. She is amazing. I feel like even though I'm
Kit Club, it'd be a nice way to get her out.
Even though I'm on her Kit Club, I'm still like super starstruck by her still. So.
Well, but no, okay. You have homework, Danielle.
Yep.
I know.
Monday, the 13th in August. Check if she wants.
Yeah, I'll check.
I think that would be really fun.
If not, or if maybe a future month if that doesn't work out. But yes.
You never know till you ask.
Yeah. I know. But
yes.
It's just always a little shocking for me. What happened the first time I met Paige? I didn't say a word.
You behave. That's what happens. You behave like a normal person.
I was like a little mute. So it's
Were you
hard.
really?
I know it's weird for me because now I'm not. But the first time I met her, I couldn't even I couldn't. It was so.
Couldn't talk.
We were cropping in a room together, and I was just so quiet for the whole few hours.
Oh my gosh, were you dying inside? So
I was dying inside. I was sitting across from her, and I was just trying to see what she was doing, and yeah, I was totally starstruck.
And then
now, yes, now I probably can't stop talking when I'm around her, but sorry. But yes.
All right. Hi, Robin. Thank you for joining. Well, we are almost done for tonight. Please check the replay, and I'm gonna, as I said, also I'm gonna add Danielle's YouTube channel there because that's missing on the description. So I'll add that and make sure I add Erica's link to the crop. And that's all I have for tonight. It was so nice, Erica. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, you have 24 hours for the cut
Don't
file.
forget to download that.
Yes, yeah. I will also add the direct link so you guys can download the code file we're working on. We're working with tonight. It is free to download for 24 hours. So
and if
make
you
sure
do something with it and post it on Instagram, make sure you tag us.
Yes, for sure.
Love to see.
All right. Well, have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next month. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you, ladies.
And I'll see you this weekend because I will be on that crop.
Oh, yes. Okay.